Well, overall, we see a strong recovery in the Caucasus and Central Asia in 2010 and 11. In both years, we're projecting growth in the range of about 5 to 6%. The growth is driven in part by the fiscal stimulus that has been given in the last couple of years by governments, and also by the improving external environment. And there, the recovery in Russia has been important. We're projecting growth of 4% this year. Many of the countries depend on remittances from their workers that work in Russia, and they are recovering strongly. And we're also seeing a significant recovery in exports. Well, unemployment and underemployment are certainly a significant problem in this region. And one of the manifestations of that is that workers in some of the countries have actually gone to work abroad, particularly in Russia. In Tajikistan, for example, nearly 50% of the labor force is working outside the country. I think one of the problems in terms of job creation is the heavy role of the government in many of these countries and the generally weak business environment. So structural reforms designed to strengthen the business environment and create an environment for private sector investment, private sector growth, that's really the critical thing. There's also a need to address problems in the banking sector in many of the countries. Vulnerabilities of the banking sector are still holding back credit growth. A resurgence of credit growth will also be critical in terms of generating employment. The key step that I think countries need to take is to find ways to encourage banks and the population to increasingly use their local currency rather than foreign currencies such as dollars when they borrow, when they deposit. A substantial use of dollars rather than local currency in the run-up to the crisis actually significantly added to these countries' vulnerabilities. One step that governments could take is to increasingly issue local currency securities and to lengthen the maturity of those securities to provide a strong market in these local securities.